Welcome to this special edition of the Flavors of Northwest Arkansas podcast. It is Art of Wine Week, and for the last 23 years, people around here know what that means. We are currently at the Walton Arts Center, and we have taken this very busy lady away from a very busy week. Whitlee Douthitt, thank you so much for your time. You're the events manager, and you're kind of running point guard here. How are you?
I am. I'm well. Thank you.
Perfect. Well, it takes a week to set this whole thing up. Tell me about that.
It's a whole week. We have a all hands on deck crew.
Yeah.
We're coming off the 4th of July weekend, and we just had a big Sona concert at the AMP. And so
Nice.
Our teams are bringing things back and starting to remove the seats in our theater, build out the stage, and everyone's here getting ready.
Gosh, moving all of those seats out, how does that happen?
We have a really incredible team of
Right.
people who spend a day taking most of our seats out of the front half of the theater, and
Okay.
then they'll build a stage out over the top so that our guests can come and enjoy more wine and food.
Oh, awesome. That's a challenge right
It
there.
is.
That's a huge challenge. Now, I did miss last year. I was out of town, but last year, 482 wines and bites from 20 restaurants, plus spirits, beers, 0 proof samples. This just gets bigger, doesn't it?
You know, it does.
Yeah.
This year, I'm kind of blown away
Yeah.
with the amount of participants that we have.
Okay.
Last year, you just gave those numbers, and this year we're sitting at 26 local restaurants.
Okay, that's up.
Yes, it is. And last year we had 67 vendors who represented those 400 wines. And this year we are at 73 vendors. Yeah.
Are some going to end up having to be outside?
They are.
Oh, really? I was kidding.
No, we are. Our Rose Garden is going to be really full this year.
Sweet.
We have 2 of our rooms under construction in the building.
Okay.
So that means that we've lost 2 rooms, but we've expanded to backstage this year. So if you buy that reserve room ticket, you get to be in our backstage areas. And that garden now gets to have more vendors. Last year, I think we had 5 out there. This year, we have 10.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Outstanding. Well, great. One note, RG Macon and Carson Apple Brandy, for those of you that listened to that one, that's the current podcast that's up. They will be here, and you'll be able to taste what Arkansas Apple Brandy tastes like.
Yes, you will.
Pretty cool. Have you had it yet?
I have not.
It's pretty good stuff.
To get in there.
It's pretty good
we
stuff.
love them here.
I know. They're great. They're great. Kyle's great over there. Art of Wine benefits the Walton Arts Center's arts education programs. Tell me about those.
Sure. So throughout the school year, we are lucky enough to be able to host a lot of homeschool, public school, private school students who get to come and see the arts for free, which is really, really cool. That's not, doesn't happen everywhere else.
No, of course not.
And we also get to provide programming and educational resources for teachers around Northwest Arkansas.
great.
So we actually have a couple of those conferences coming up in August. And we do a lot with other programs around here. We have our Artist Sphere Festival, and we get to work with Crystal Bridges and Momentary and other organizations that come and help match teachers to resources that they need as well.
That's great. That's great. Speaking of benefiting, tickets. We could talk a little bit about tickets because there are varying levels of tickets, and tell me about those.
Sure. So our general admission ticket is $95, and that gives you access to pretty much most of the spaces in here, in the building that we are sitting in right now. And then this year, our reserve room ticket did increase from last year. So it is $225, which gives you access to our premium wines and foods. So that's bottles that start at around $30 and above.
Gotcha.
And that gives you access to a private room called this year the Liquor World Reserve Room.
Oh.
We're really excited about.
Nice.
And so in that room there are going to be surprise circus performances. You have all of those higher end wines and restaurants, and then this year backstage access. So
Nice.
you can leave that room and head on backstage, and there are 4 dressing rooms that are specific liquors, and they'll be paired with a restaurant or a chef who will be cooking either with that alcohol or to match that alcohol.
Very cool. Really cool. I know you mentioned circus. Circus theme. Tell me about it.
So last year, as we were setting up summer camp, which is what we had, I kept sitting there thinking to myself, I really want this to be a circus next year. And luckily everybody was on board this year, and we took it back to kind of the old world circus. So if you've ever seen Water for Elephants, or, you've been to an older Ringling Brothers show or something like that, that's kind of the vibe that we're headed in, which is really awesome because this year we're bringing Water for Elephants to the stage on Broadway.
Nice.
So it kind of aligns.
It does.
You will see the circus in this building. It's going to be pretty cool.
That's insane.
It is
in
insane.
a very good way, by the way. WaltonArtsCenter.org, click on special events, and that is where you will find Art of Wine info, and you can buy tickets. Are we concerned about sellouts? Because I always hear about that.
I wasn't for a little bit, and then I saw the ticket sales over the weekend, and I went, good. It's a great problem to have, but if you're wanting to come, I would suggest getting your ticket sooner rather than later. Very quickly, it is this Friday, and it is from 8 to 11. Express tickets you can get for an extra $25. That'll get you in the door. I believe it's 7:30. Do I have that right? 7:30, yep. Okay, great. WaltonArtsCenter.org, click on special events, and that is where you can do it. Whitlee, thank you so much. Thank you. Enjoy the week. I know it's going to be busy, but the payoff will be huge at the end. We'll all party. We will, and if you're around Dixon Street this week, we're open 10 to 2 to the public, and you can kind of get a sneak peek for what it's going to look like. Very cool. Very cool. Thank you, man. Appreciate your time. Thank you. Tip your servers. We will see you here in a few days, and if you come here, we'll see you Friday night. Say hi. Bye.